I was watching the Jawaan Taylor thing. I actually, when the Chiefs signed him, I called their doctor. He's a good friend of mine, a guy who went to KU. For the Jaguar, I said, hey, tell me about this Jawaan Taylor guy. He goes, well, I don't know much about him on the field, but hey, I got a good buddy of mine who was the offensive coordinator there a couple of years ago. You could talk to him. So I called him and talked to him. They loved him. They hated seeing him walk out of the door. He's a great locker room guy. He's a very good athlete. He said a lot of great things, but the one thing he did say is he doesn't know or didn't see him as a left tackle. So that's what we need to see. We got to see what he can do. And it kind of concerns me that the Chiefs now, this is 2 guys in a row that they really got guys that are really good right tackles and are trying to fit him into left tackle. Left tackle and right tackle are completely different, guys. It's a whole different world on that side. But I will say that the guy's got the work ethic. He's got the right attitude. Listen, I'm not here to bang on Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown, he was our guy. Helped us win a Super Bowl. It's good to have him around. But when Taylor comes in, he says, listen, I'll play any position they want me to play. I just want to play on this football team. I want to play with this great organization. I want to play with this great offensive line, and I'll play with Patrick Mahomes. They put me in any position, I'll be happy. And that's light years away from Orlando Brown. Listen, Orlando wanted to play left tackle. That was his goal. He wanted, he said, he wanted to do it for his dad, all that kind of stuff. So there's a difference. We'll see. We'll see if it works out. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs look around in this draft this year and see if they could find a guy that could go in and play left tackle and maybe keep Jawaan at right tackle. But we'll see. It's always good to have options. Yeah, so if you want to compare the two, Orlando Brown's got some dog in him. He's got some nastiness in him. Jawaan Taylor doesn't really have that. But that's about the only negative against Jawaan Taylor I've heard. Great locker room guy, unbelievable athlete, great feet. Orlando Brown was what he's called a waist bender. When he went to punch, his hands and his head went at the same time. They always lean forward. So he struggled against speed rushers. You watch Orlando Brown. I mean, there are some games Orlando Brown dominated, but it wasn't really against the AFC West speed rushers, the Bosas and the Crosbys and the guys that can get around that corner. He struggled because his hands and his head were tied together. When your hands and your head are tied together and you're leaning, we call them waist benders, and you're out of good position. Jawaan Taylor doesn't do that. Jawaan Taylor, the only knock against Jawaan Taylor is he's not as physical as maybe Orlando Brown, but he's a better athlete. So to what you're talking about, Brian, listen, I believe Andy Heck could take a guy and mold him and make him into a good player. And at times, Orlando Brown was a good player, but I think he struggled against the competition that we had here in the AFC West. So he may do better over there in the AFC North, but we'll see. But hey, listen, I thought he was forcing himself over to that position. When it's all said and done, you watch, guys, it's all said and done, he'll be back at right tackle.
Well, Tim, we can't thank you enough. We, absolutely. It could be interesting. We absolutely love the book. And Shane is giving you a raving review here. We can't thank you enough for jumping on with this and for all that you've done and coming on and doing that 95 reunion. And it was just been great to catch up with you. And again, we love you on Sports Radio 810. Everything that you do, Tim, for the community and here in Kansas City, we can't wait for the draft. A lot coming up. So thanks for joining us, my man. You're now an official Arrowhead Ally for life, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys.
Is the audio book available?
Yeah, go to timgrunhard.com. You can buy it on there. If you buy it on there, I sign all those books. And then, like I said, we'll be at Local Flavor KC 23 from 3 to 5 on Wednesday the 26th. And then I'll be Friday from the 28th from 2 to 4 down in the plaza at Made in KC if you guys are looking for some books. And appreciate you guys having me on, man. This was a blast. Anytime, you let me know. After the draft, we could talk about it. Just let me know. I'd be happy to jump back on with you.
Hey, thank
Let's
you all.
do it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We'll do that, Tim. Always an honor. Take care. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you.